This is the DJI Air3 S Park flight. And here we'll go find our takeoff mat. Fire up the props. There they go. And we're up. We'll take it up and let it find its spot. We'll try to take it up 21 feet. Let it find its spot for a precision landing, and we'll see if we get it there. We're out at one of the local parks called Jerry Smith Park. I'm going to do a little flight around the area. It's mid-June. Temperature's about 80 degrees, about 10-mile-an-hour winds. Now, you're going to notice that my control sticks in this video are a little jerky, a little quick. And I did an update on the Air3S not too long ago, and it changed some of my gain and expo settings. So I've got to go back in there and do that, but I already had this flight underneath my belt, so we'll take it with a grain of salt, and we'll get this flight in, and we'll get those changed, hopefully, for the next flight. Like I said, it's about 80 degrees, not a real windy day, 10, 15-mile-an-hour winds, not bad at all. Here's one of my favorite things right down there. As you've probably seen before, water towers and trains. I have a weakness for that. So we'll fly on down here and take a look at the park. And as you can see, it's all green, lots of cedars. Flying down a high line right away right now towards this water tower. And you'll notice that when I do the rotation around this water tower that it's a little jerky, but like I said, my sticks are not what they used to be, and I need to get that reset, but it's acceptable. Anyway, there's a pond there on the left that I would like to sneak in. Get a chance to fish in. What a rod, and maybe pull a catfish or two out there. This is a familiar area. I fly this with the Mini 5 Pro quite a bit. So we're just going to take a short manual rotation around this water tower here. And ooh, there's a nice lake out there. See that green? Ooh, that's real pretty. Emerald green at the top, almost the top of the picture now. And I think we're going to get another pond in here that I would like to definitely right there. Little bitty thing surrounded by the woods. I don't know who owns it. I think it's on private property. The park boundary runs right through there. But I'm not sure about it. I would have to check. It looks like it's on the back of somebody's property there. Be my luck. Anyway, I see a couple ponds over there. Anyway, let's see. You can see the patches of cedar trees. This is at the park where we have a deer hunt every year, a bow hunt, and had to take some whitetail out of there and manage the herd. So it's a good place to fly. A lot of hiking trails around here. Lots and lots of deer, some turkey. Every once in a while, I'll catch a turkey out in this. This is a high line right away, and there's some gas line right aways that run through there also. But I haven't been catching too many deer season. Last year, I saw quite a few deer. Turkeys early in the year, they were strutting out in the fields quite a bit here, but that's long gone now. Turkey season's over, so quite a few less of those birds. I think we took 45,000 in the state I live in, so pretty good harvest. Not quite what it was the year before, but not bad either, really. A lot of 2-year-old and older birds. Yeah, a lot of round hay bales this guy still got in his field. The price of those things were really, really high a couple of years ago when we were having drought conditions, but now with the rain we've had, I imagine the price has come down quite a bit. This is mid-June, and I've had a little over 25 inches of rain at my house already this year. So that is plenty for me. Makes my garden grow, but makes my grass grow too. So don't like that too much. Anyway, let's see what's going on in here. Looks like they've been back in there. I can see a two-wheeler trail, four-wheeler trail, whatever you want to call it, headed back there. We're going to head back here towards my buddy's place and then towards our lodge up here. See what we can see, and I haven't seen any people or deer out in the woods recently. We got a lot of hikers out in this park. We've got a big problem with alpha-gal syndrome, which is tick-borne syndrome, along with the Lyme disease. In this state here, it's just gone rampant. And the ticks are extremely, extremely bad this year. Here's my buddy's house. So you go out in the woods here, even in the tall grass, and it doesn't even have to be that tall, ankle grass, they'll get on you bad. So somebody at the lodge. I'll be there in a little while. We're going to fly over these fields here, back over the park, and then we're going to do a 360-degree spin up here. Take a look and see what we want to go. I was out in this field a week or two ago, and boy, I picked up a lot of ticks. So, gots to be careful, even with good spray. And I treat my clothes with permethrin. I make myself and spray my clothes, but they still get on there. If you look in that right-hand corner of the field there, you see a little brown structure. That's a raptor house built by the Department of Conservation to protect baby raptors when they're small from larger raptors preying on them. And now we're coming into a doe bedding area where I like to bow hunt at when we have managed hunts, if I get drawn on this area. Lots of young does and good tasting deer come out of that field. Now I'm going to go up here and look for this pond. This pond I flew in earlier this year and showed you guys. It's got a lot of lily pads in it now, I would imagine. So the department stocked it with channel catfish earlier in the year, just pan size, but boy, they were good eating. Most of those have been caught out, and you can see the lily pads are really, really bad in there now. So ain't got much room to throw a line in there. We'll take a look at it. They're just thick on that pond now. That's the way they are on a lot of these lakes in the woods here. So let's head back up on the road over to where we launched it at, and we're going to go down south a little ways, see what we can see. Like I said, you can see cars parked there in the parking lot. Lots of people on the hiking trails through here, families with lots of kids and stuff like that. And I hope they're taking the time to check themselves very well when they come out of the woods, because, boy, you just don't want that alpha-gal syndrome. You get that, and, red meats and dairy products can be out for the rest of your life, not being able to consume them. So you want to be careful with that. And the Lyme disease is bad enough. They've been treating that with tetracycline for years, but boy, you just don't want to catch it. Now, here's another pond here across the road. And look at this pond. I think it's turned over on itself is what we call it, where all the crud has just kind of come up from the bottom and floated up to the top. And that comes from a temperature inversion when you got a real hot temperature and the lake just gets so hot that it just rolls over on itself. Well, let's see what we can find up here. Some nice trails. I think this guy's got a real nice lake up at his house up here. We'll see it. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? How'd you like to have that place? I imagine he's got a few dineros stacked away. He owns all that land, too. It was over 600 acres, 650 acres or something like that, but I think it's cut back. I think they sold some of it to this guy right there in that house right there that you see at the bottom of the screen. I think he's bought this section here. And it goes quite a ways the direction I'm headed right now. We'll swing here to the left a little bit. And there's another house in there too. So these people have no shortage of money, that's for sure. I see the skyline is just a hair off. The DJI gimbal tilt on the Air3 S isn't too bad, but I can see it. So we're going to head due left, and we're going to be headed into the wind now. So maybe that, I'm looking at that, checking out that horizon. It looks pretty straight now, pretty level. This is a horse training area, and I believe there is a guy out here riding a horse. A beautiful paddock area, and I fly over it every once in a while and watch them train their horses. Let's see. Yeah, I think I only saw one guy out there on a horse. Let's see, we're coming up here. Yeah, there he is, right down there. Just going out of the screen now. Oh, there he is, right there. Okay, we'll head across the highway here. We'll try to wait for the cars to clear and get a break. And let that car go by there and that one. And we should be good. Okay, there's some more ponds and lakes. Boy, these people, I'm telling you, if I had this land and property, if I wasn't bow hunting out in these woods, you'd never see me because only time you would see me is I'd be at one of these lakes with a fishing rod in there. What a life. Look at that dock down there. That looks good. You can tell the deep part of the lake there. Look at the shimmering of the water. Isn't that pretty? The sun. Even with the ND filter, it looks pretty nice. Here's another lake. The guy's got some solar panels there, collecting solar. We'll see if we can get a little reflection off this lake before we head back. There it is. Just a scope. There it is again. All right. And there's the poor house that guy lives in. Wow, look at the length of that private drive. Holy cow. Well, let's head back. You can see the water tower up there at the very top of the screen. So you know about where we're at. Head back over the highway. It was clear. And there's that other house. This guy sold some of this property to this guy, and he put himself in a multi-million-dollar house there. Nice drive. Oh, it's a good chunk of land. You'd see all these natural gas wells they've got drilled on there. I think one time I counted 26, 27 of them on this chunk of ground right here. And I was told that's how they pay all of their taxes and pay for their ground, basically, is the natural gas underneath there. When those things are pumping, they're making some money. So it would be rough. There's several more right there, and there's one up there on the right. They're just all over the place. There's another one coming up on. That would be rough. Have the natural gas and the mineral rights or whatever to the land, and have it pay for the property and pay for your house and all your bills. It would be rough, wouldn't it? We can all dream. Anyway, we're headed back to our takeoff spot now, and we're going to come back over that pond that was really weird looking. I wanted to fish in that too. I've seen people fish in this pond before, and been several years ago, but they were catching some fish there. But the guy who bought this land, I think he bought that pond too, and he doesn't allow anybody in there now. But it looks pretty neat anyway. Okay, we're going to try crossing the road here. And when we get over here, we're going to go ahead and put it in return to home. Let's see if we can get a precision landing. Air3 S is pretty good about this. Mini 5 Pro also. My Mini 4 Pro, it's good about it. Basically, all my drones that have it are DJI drones anyway, are very good about it. Now, I had some other drones, some uniques, and like the Typhoon and stuff like that you brought in yourself and my DJI Phantoms. But I like this return to home. If you get in trouble, boy, this could be a lifesaver to you. Well, let's see how it does here. We've got to come over that group of trees, and we'll see if she can clear those trees and find the landing pad. Here we come. I see the landing pad right now. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We just wanted to get out and get some air up her skirt there, so to speak. So try to be good to each other. Try to follow the golden rule. Treat each other like you want to be treated. That's the best way to go, brother. You do that, you're going to be happy, and whoever you're dealing with will be happy too. And it's just the right thing to do. Anyway, we'll try to get some more content out there for you soon. Here, can you see the shadow of the drone coming down? There she is. She should put camera up pretty quick here. Well, we'll catch you guys very soon down the road. Stay safe and we'll talk to you later. Let's see if we get a precision landing. And right there on the pad, boom.